So, welcome everybody. I'm Toni, ToniStamps. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is my September workshop. So, before I get into it, I just wanted to welcome, I've had a whole bunch of new channel subscribers on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. I love it. I hope you guys find something that you that interests you when you're here. Hey, Vicky. So just for the new people, I just want to give you a quick rundown of how I run things. The first Thursday of every month. Well, first of all, I'm here live on Facebook at ToniStamps and More every Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It usually takes me a day or two to upload this video over to YouTube. Hey, Gail. So that's that for every Thursday. So the first Thursday of every month, I have been doing for the past year and a half a virtual workshop, and that's what I'm doing tonight. So a virtual workshop is I'm going to show you 4 different projects, and the make and take. Let's get to this. So I have a code every month. So if you spend $50 and use this code during September, you will get the make and take kit for all 4 projects that I'm making tonight. Then you also will get a pack of, this month I'm doing the cute stars adhesive back sequins. So the key is you have to use this code, because I use the Hostess Stampin' Rewards to get all the freebies for everybody. Hey Sean, hey Julie. So that's that. $50, that also gets you a celebration item. We're in second celebration, and that's the end of it. September 30th, that ends. So for August and September, I'm also doing, if you place a $100 order, you can pick one of the Hostess sets out of the mini catalog, Seasons of Fun or Amaryllis Bloom. And these are separate. It's not cumulative. It's just one or the other. So $50 to $99, you will get your cute stars adhesive back sequins and your make and take kit. $100 to $149.99, you will get your choice of the Hostess set from the mini catalog and the make and take kit. Trying to think. If it's more than $150, I don't want you to use the Hostess code, because I want you to pick your own Hostess benefits, but you will still get the make and take kit. And all of this is on my blog, and I'll have links in my YouTube to that. I've got a page called Workshop of the Month, and that tells you all the details. So that's what we're doing tonight. As far as other things, I usually do the second Monday and Tuesday night of every month. I do a class, an online class, and I'll have a packet, a class packet that is optional. Hey Peg. And you can purchase a packet if you're US only. Otherwise, the class is free. You can watch the video. It'll be here. It'll be on YouTube forever. You have your own materials. I'm showing you how to make stuff. So the class itself is free. It's just if you decide you want the packet, have deadlines and all that. So that's the second Monday and Tuesday of every month. So that's my normal routine to let you new people know what's going on. Every other Thursday, not every other, but the remaining Thursdays, I demonstrate, projects, whatever I feel like. If anybody has requests, you have to let me know. But I generally have a list of what I want to make like a couple months out, just because I'm a planner and I like making lists. So, but I can always squeeze stuff in if there's something that you really want to see. All right, so that's that. So today will be September workshop, and next thing, all right. So I posted earlier, Ida got me yesterday, woke up at 4:45 in the morning because I heard drip, 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 and I thought, well, big deal. It's probably coming just from the window or something. I'll get to it in the morning. Well, then I moved my leg, and it was dripping on me. So we got a new ceiling leak. We've never had that before. But kind of thank God that it dripped right on me. Otherwise, we may not have known about it, realized it. But we had a guy come out yesterday and patched it up. But we are going to have to look at getting a new roof. But that's, a problem for something else another day. But that all got my day started messed up. And I was supposed to do the drawing for this set yesterday morning, and I did not. So I thought I would just do it live. So from all the orders that got placed, hey Barbara, in August, online using the code, I pulled them all online orders, not just the code, because some people placed their orders that were more than 150, and so they were included too. So everybody that placed their online order is in the drawing for this. This is a Celebration exclusive host set, in your words, brand new. It's a rubber set. And I'm going to have another one to give away in September also. All right. But this one, so I put everybody's names on a piece of paper. And just going to draw one out. All right. Let's see who is the winner. Peggy F. Awesome. 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 I'm kind of glad you won. That's awesome because you put in 2 orders. So that's good. All right. Awesome. So, Peggy, I'm going to mail this to you. And I may get that out tomorrow. I'll have to see. Or actually, I've got another kit to mail to you. So, I think I'm going to hold off on this. But I am going to email you in case you are not watching that. So, that's awesome. Peggy has shared, last week I think she shared a couple things over on my stamping and sharing group that she had been working on. So, congrats. Very cool. All right, 2 more things that I want to show you, 3 more, and then we're going to get started. So tonight we're doing, oh, I forgot to mention that. Tonight's workshop and my September class is all about Halloween. So tonight we're going to do 2 cards and 2 treat holders. And then, excuse me, my class that's going to be September 13th and or 14th. I may get it all done on Monday. But that's going to be a Halloween mini scrapbook made using the Tombstone treat boxes. So I'm very excited about that. So mail that I got this looks familiar, but I love it. Leslie sent me this card, and it's snowflakes, which makes me think of winter coming up, which I know we're just getting into fall, but I love the cooler months because I don't like to sweat and be hot. So Leslie, thank you. I love it. The other swap, well, not really a swap. My friend Rose from California sent me this. The idea is from a lady's channel. It's called Septeria18. And she makes all kinds of cute little pocket things out of 6x6 paper or 6x8 paper. And this one, if you are into journals or scrapbooking or just little happy mail kind of things, that's what this would be good for. This is definitely a happy mail thing. So this is just a whole bunch of tucks and pockets, and then you make little tags to put them in. So we've got that pocket and this tag. Then we've got another pocket here. This is very similar to I made something a couple months ago where we made like a triple pocket, and this is very similar, only smaller. And then this pocket has a little 3x3 card. Ugh, look at that. So cute. And then the back area, which she actually built up so that you could fit more stuff in here. I love it. But we have another tag. And this is using one of the flower sets. I can't remember the name of it because I don't have it. But it was in the spring mini, and then it carried over. And then look at this. I love a paper clip. And it's dolled up. Look at that. That's so cute. Rose, I love it. And I think we're going to make something like this later. That wasn't on my list, but it's going to have to be now because I love it. But the one I made was bigger, so you would fit more stuff in it. But how cute is that? And all these tags, like all the detail that she put on these. Die cutting all these things, gluing them, all this twine, the baker's twine. I love it. I love it, love it. All right, and then one more thing. This I haven't finished yet, but I saw this on another girl's page called Polly's Paper Studio. And I used a 12x12 piece of Magenta Madness. And this is like a mini scrapbook, flip book kind of thing. But look at all these. It's not finished yet, but all these flippy things. Then it flips like this. And these are 4x6 pieces. Then it flips here. And I kind of messed this up because I shouldn't have made these patterns be exactly the same right next to each other. You know, I should have flip-flopped that, but this is my prototype, so that's what happens. Then we flip it. This is the back, same as the front. Again, we have it'll go up, and I put one of these tuck in, flip in, whatever you call these, this way. I love this. And then it will also open this way with another one. So I think I have to put something together to make one of these because it's very cool. I love the idea. And it uses 12 pieces of 4x6 designer series paper. So I think that's really cool. Love it. So that's coming up. I don't know what theme. So today we are going to use the Cute Stars adhesive back sequins on all of our projects. And again, this is going to be yours with, if you use the hostess code and place your order, blah, blah, all that stuff I said. These are Pumpkin Pie, Highland Heather, and Basic Black. And I like that they're all solid colors. They're not like ombre, so you don't have like, you know, darker to lighter. And there are 2 sizes of each, so I really like this. But we're going to be using those. So let me keep my eyeballs on these. I'm also using the Seasons of Fun set. Is your chat not moving? Oh, you're right, Gail. I don't think anyone was talking. All right, so I'm using the Seasons of Fun set, but you could use with any of the projects. If you don't have the stamp sets I have, you just use whatever you have. Or you can buy the ones that you want. That always works. But Seasons of Fun, this is a hostess set only. All right, so Toni had our rapt attention. I'm also using Banner Year because there's some cute Halloween things in here. And this is a photopolymer. And then this is the new one for this catalog, Little Delights. I like the cursive font on these. I like this Ghoulish Delights, Trick or Treat. And these bats, the shape, it seems close to what's here. Only the faces are missing. But anyway, so that's what I'm using. And then I'm using a bunch of dies. So let's get started, okay? All right, first one, I'm doing a card. And I've got some extra pieces cut for some reason. Oh, I think because it's easier to cut for 2. We're using a little scrap of, this is from Beauty of the Season Designer Series paper. I already stamped the little girl on a piece of vanilla and punched this out. And I used, that is the 2 1/4 inch punch. And then I bet this is a 2 1/2 inch circle. Yep, of Cajun Craze. This I have because I'm going to stamp the greeting on it, whatever I feel like putting on here. Probably a Treat So Sweet, something Halloweeny. All right, then we've got our other pieces. I have Cajun Craze, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored in half at 4 1/4. That is my card size of choice, generally. Then I have a piece of Pumpkin Pie, which is 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to layer down like that. Then we have Very Vanilla, and I believe I trimmed this down 1/8 of an inch. Oh no, 3/16 of an inch. So this one is 3 13/16 by 5 1/16. Now I always cut it first and then I run it through the embossing folder, and then sometimes it mangles the shape and I sometimes forget to go back and check. But I did check before, I did check this last night and I had to trim it just a little bit. And that's because some of the embossing folders like smash your paper out in one or both directions. So you just have to keep an eye on that, check that. Oh, and then I've got another piece that should be 4 by 5 1/4. Yep, that is for the inside of our card. So I'm going to start, let me tape this in first. So the Very Vanilla I ran through with the new macrame folder. I am digging it. I really like it. It's not just for planters, but I do want to put some color around here. In addition to coloring this little girl, I'm going to have this. Actually, I want to rip the edges of this off. and sponge some color on. I'm liking the ripped bits. I don't know why. If you don't like ripped, don't rip it. Keep it straight. I think if you were going to keep it straight, I would make it a little bit smaller, because I started that at 3x4 and I didn't want it to take up the whole sheet or the whole, layer. So this is kind of how that's going to go. So I'm going to, I wanted to put a little bit of brown on there, like not too dark. I'm thinking soft suede, but you know what? That's probably going to be too dark. So let's go with crumb cake. I was thinking colors, but there's already so many colors there. All right, so, oh, I really got that. So I always seem to forget that my ink pads are still very juicy. I re-inked them a few months ago and overdid it and haven't quite recovered, but that's okay. I wanted to break this up. Like, I really didn't like that stark vanilla. All right, and then I wanted to come in with the same color on my designer series paper, and that was mostly because this designer paper is white. That has white in it, not vanilla. So I really wanted to try to cover that up. But I'm still using it because I'm actually going to go all over this. So I really make that more of a vanilla look. Yeah, I'm liking that. So even though it was white, it's got all the other colors that I want in it. The garden green, the pumpkin, the Cajun. I love it. All right, now I'm not going to put this away just yet because I don't know if I'm going to want to sponge around her. So I'm going to leave that. But I am going to glue this on. So I do like to use liquid glue when I emboss a background, just because I feel like it gets in all the nooks and crannies. And I know I'm still probably using too much glue, but that's just me. All right, so flat, that looks good. Hey, Deb. Then I'm gonna glue this on. And you don't need a ton. Just enough to get it to stay down. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I'm not going to use the cute stars on this because that's not. This is more fall-y, Halloween-y. All right, let's color her in. So I already stamped her in. I probably used my Catherine Pooler Midnight ink, and I like to use that for everything, really. Everything except my photopolymer stamps because it stains them really bad. But let's get some blends and color her in. So I have got still some of the old original markers. My pumpkin pie, I know. And I only have the light and medium. I don't think this is pumpkin pie. Oh yeah, that's dark. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to do the dark on like the edges. And this little teeny one. And up here for her hat. I just want to have some shading going on. And let's go with the medium. And I hope I stamp this on the vanilla thick paper, because the regular stuff will just bleed a whole lot more. And I honestly can't remember what I did because I stamped this a couple days ago. And then I'm going in with the light. So our new colors, we only have like two, like dark and light. And we used to have these in 3s. So you just make do. All right. She is cute already. All right. And then I had some browns. Ouch. I feel like I want to put my pin back in my glue for a minute. So she's going to be a brunette. I did not want to go down in there. So I was going to use soft suede. Oh, not bronze. What is this one? Yep, light soft suede, and I want a dark soft suede. Here we go. I suppose she could have been blonde if I was going to use yellows. But I was brown haired growing up, so this will be me. If I was to do it now, I would have to put a bunch of silver in it. Those are my glitter hairs. All right. And I didn't have curls anyway. All right. Let's do skin. What do I have here? Nude and blush and ivory. You know what? I need a little bit of white. A scrap of white so that I can see these colors. That's very peachy. That's more blushy. Oh, that's why, because it was called blush. Nude. I thought I had an ivory. You know what? I'm going to go with these two. This will be good enough. All right, so we're going with the nude. And our little hands. Nude and ivory. Neck. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. And now I need some greens. And I think I do want to put some yellows on her for her stripes, for her like sleeves and her stockings. Let's see, what is this one? Daffodil Delight Light. So these one I'm just going to color straight. Oops, and I can tell this is running out of juice. Oi. All right, this one's on the fritz. Nope, that end still works. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad I checked instead of just throwing it out. And I wasn't going to do any shading with those. I'm just going to put them straight yellow and green. All right, I want like a bright green. Let's see. Now I keep all of my retired blends also. So I might pull some light shaded spruce. Oh, that's a good one. I just don't want to separate them because I like to keep them in the buckets anyway. Like all my oranges and yellows are together, all my greens. Then I've got blues and purples together, and reds and pinks, and dark shaded spruce. All right. You know what? I didn't realize I have created a shadow here. All right. And I'll go back with this light. And you could do any kind of markers, you know, markers, crayons, pencils, like colored pencils, anything. All right. And now I want to color her skates. And I kind of want them to stand out. I don't really want to make them just, my roller skates were white, but hers, I want to make hers something different. I kind of want to make them orange, like another color orange. Dark Calypso Coral. Yeah, that's going to work. Let me see if I have light. I think, actually, you know what? I think Calypso Coral was one of the ones that I already got rid of because it was dead. Dark Pale Papaya. Oh, that's cute. All right. So, dark pale papaya and dark Calypso Coral. All right, that's good. I didn't want to spend a ton of time coloring her, but she is cute. All right, now let me see, do I want to add the sponging around her? All right, I need to think about my greening too, because I want that to be like boop, right over here. So I have with a grateful heart or ghoulish delights or boo. This could still be a happy fall, y'all. Also, even though it's Halloween. A treat so sweet. Oh, thanks, Sean. I'm surprised these have stayed on for like 2 weeks. All right, I'm going to go with happy fall, y'all. Even though she is Halloweeny. Only because that fits in here. I could do boo. Or, you know what? A treat so sweet. We can do, we only stamp part of the word. I'm only going to ink up part of it. All right, so, and this I'm going to do in the Cajun Craze, so that draws in the color from the card base. All right. Treat so sweet. So I'm going to take this stamp and I only want to ink up these. You can do that with markers, but with these clear ones, you can also do it by your eyeballs. See that? Nice. So sweet. Then the trick will be if you get this or give this to someone who is not sweet. All right, a treat so sweet. Actually, I'm going to leave that out. I might use that again. All right, and you know what? I'm going to do the ripping again. So that'll tie in the ripped here. And I think I am going to give this a little swirl just to soften up these edges with a little touch of the crumb cake. Again, so it's not so stark vanilla. Okay, I like that. All right, did I put that all away? Yep. All right, now I'm just going to glue this on. I do like making Halloween cards because I do send out a few, maybe 20 or so. Not like Christmas where I make a whole bunch more than that. But I do like Halloween cards. I think that's because I like all the Halloween stuff, so I need to justify it to myself by using all my Halloween products. All right, and I'm gluing this all on flat, but I'm going to pop her up. So let's stick that. I'm going to glue that down. So she's going to go right here. So sweet. Cute, cute, cute. Where's my dimensionals? All right. Yeah, I'm glad that this Beauty of the Season paper, I think that's really more, you know, like all season. All right, now I am trying to make sure her one leg is going the right way. All right. Cute, I love it. All right, so that's our first card. Card number 1, done. Now, card number 2. I love it. I mean, I like all of them. Let's face it. All right, so my idea here was, I thought these are the ornate frames dies. They had a Halloween set that went with them, but I don't have that. I just got the dies because I liked all these frames. But this one in particular reminded me of a tombstone. So then I thought, well, I'll cut this one, and I just chop the bottoms off, and then they'll just be fancy tombstones. So that's what I did. And I'm using a piece of this is the Celebration paper, the beautifully penned or hand penned. I think it's beautifully penned. So I like this side. Let me see. How about we start from the bottom? We've got basic gray, 5.5 by 8.5 card base. Fold that. Then I've got Whisper White. This should be 4 by 5.25. Yep, for the inside. Four by 5.25. There we go. All right, then I've got Basic Black. That should be 4 by 5.25. Yep, these are extras, I suppose. Let me get rid of that. So 4 by 5.25 black. Then this was trimmed down, the designer series paper, just 1/8 of an inch. And I can tell that for sure, but let me double check. Yep, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Yeah. So that I'm just going to tape down onto my black. All right. Then I die cut the tree. So this reminds me of like the Halloween tree, like a black, hey Terry, black tree. I was thinking that I wanted it to go this way, and I would have to cut some of the tree off. But I didn't want the stripes going sideways. I want them to go this way, even though, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it kind of does. All right, and then we've got a moon, and this is cut out of, I believe, Mango Melody, which reminds me, so I was looking, I'm going to use the Halloween dies, Frightful Tags. I did not get the stamp set that goes with this. I just got the dies because I like the pieces separately. And the stamp set, I mean, it's cute, but I already have enough, like, other cute stuff, but I don't have a spider web. I like this label, I like the hat, the tree, the fence, like all of it. This circle, I measured it. This is 1 3/8 inch circle. So if you still have your circle punches that we don't carry anymore, that's the same exact size. Swear to God. I measured it like with my ruler, the cutting thing, and then I punched them both because I still have the punch, and it's 1 3/8 inch. So just so you know. All right, so this is how this is going to go. I'm going to glue my moon down first, and I'm just putting it like in the center. And then our tree, you know what, I wasn't going to pop this up, so let me just glue it down. Okay, that's straight. And then we're going to have our tree, and I do want the tree to touch like the ground here, like the bottom of the paper. Then we've got our tombstones. So like I said, I die cut these out of the Ornate Frames dies, and I'm going to trim. This one is definitely, this is like the double tombstone, like when you see, like, you know, husband and wife like together. That's what reminds me, that's what this reminds me of, like the double wide. But I do want to sponge around them. And then this one, I'm just going to cut it by hand, and I'm going to cut it so it's straight on the bottom, because tombstones can be like pretty up top, right? And I'm just going to cut this off. Now if you had little stamps, or if you wanted to write something on here like RIP, or if you had alphabets or something, I think that would be really cute. For now, I'm going to find my correct blend. This one. Okay, let me put this back. Oh, I moved something. And this is gray granite. So I've got basic black, gray granite. I think I'm just going to leave mine blank for now. I am going to stamp, no, you know what? I'm going to stamp Boo on one of them. But let's just get these edges. Yeah, I really like that. And these. Make them dirty a little bit, like get the edges. And this would be good for like a slimline card. You could make a whole graveyard, because the slimlines, you know, you could have a whole bunch more real estate to make your, you could have your family graveyard. Okay, nice. All right, that's good. And I'm gonna put that there so I can wipe that off. So let me bring in, I'm gonna use my Memento ink because that is like a lighter shade, so it's not gonna bother me that it doesn't have to be crisp. Happy Haunting. Oh, you know what? That's gonna be cute. Happy Haunting. Yeah. Still gonna go with the Memento for this though. I don't use the Memento a lot, just for regular stamping. And the only reason for that, I gotta get these little bits off of here. The only reason for that is it's not as crisp and dark as the other inks that I've been using. Oh, how cute is this? I love it. Now, if you didn't have the Beauty of the Season, you could use, I mean, you could make something similar with this little tree. You would just have to pick smaller tombstones, right? Because the tree, that would be too big for the double wide tombstone, I'm thinking. All right, let me put this back. But totally adorable. I am liking this. All right, now that's flat. The tombstones need to be, these are going to be flat, and then this one will be popped up. Our front and center double wide. And then I'll glue the tree on. So let's put this down. Yeah, I can still go back in later and add some more words. Yeah, this is gonna work. Nice, nice, nice. All right, I do want to get the tree down first. Now, if I had thought better of this, I should have put some adhesive sheet on this before I ran it through the dye for the tree. But luckily this detailed dye, this glue, is working very well. And I don't seem to need a ton, so that should do it. Maybe one little boop right up there. Okay. So like I said, I want to touch this at the bottom of my paper. And let me just hold it there for a minute and have a sip of water. So Terry, my art glitter glue versus my Barely Art. I used both of them for about a week, and I decided I didn't really have a preference. So I decided I'm going to use this one up first, the Barely Art. One is looser than the other, but as far as like effectiveness, they're both the same. So I'm going to use this one up first. This is a smaller container, and then I'm going to use this one. And mostly because I got this cute pin like to stick in here. Now I'm sure I can stick it in this one too. Now you got me going off track, but that's okay. Oopsie. Let me make sure this goes in. All right, that will go in too. So I guess I shouldn't make my decision that way. But I was just going to use one up and then go with the other. Did I just break my pin? Look at that. That just bent. Ugh. $10. I was hoping for that it would not bend so easily. It's supposed to be a stainless steel pin. Jeez. All right, but that's how that ended, Terry. That I couldn't tell, especially with the vellum. And you know, I did the vellum test on the wrong thing. I used it on silver foil, but I was like, I can see both of them through vellum. So that's not really an answer, is it? Not a good one anyway. All right, let's put this over here. And now I want to add some of these stars. So we've got our moon, our happy haunting. I want some black stars. Actually, I want some of all of them. The Highland Heather. I'm going to do a pumpkin one there, small. And I'm going to do some more over here. Now I'll do a black tiny one. And I think a big pumpkin one. And I can't tell if that's the right side. Yeah, I love that. So yeah, Tombstones out of your ornate frames dies. I like it. I like it. So that is card number 2. And we got the white on the inside. Okay, now, yep, I need another sip of water. The next 2 things we're doing, and oof, I apologize that it is so, we've already gone 45 minutes. But the next 2 things are treat holders. I love doing treat holders for any holiday. Let's do this one first. So I found these candy things at candy sticks at Cracker Barrel a couple months ago, and I immediately thought, oh, I gotta have them for a Halloween treat. So these flavors, peaches and cream, that's not Halloweeny, but the colors are Halloweeny. Peaches and cream, candy corn, which is a Halloween flavor, and then this one is s'mores. So when I say you're going to get the make and take with all the stuff, you're going to get the candy too, because I'm going to go back and get more. Now, our thing. The holder, this is from the new Christmas labels. These ones are seasonal labels. And this is the biggest one right here. All right. So what I did for scoring is I put it in my scoreboard, and I went in 1 1/4 inches. All right. So let me just write that down, 1 1/4 inches. And I'll put that on my blog. Hey, Molly. So treat number 1, score in 1 1/4 inches from each side. All right. And what I'm going to do, I need to punch a hole in both ends. And this is just a 1/8 inch hole punch. And then I'm going to need some black baker's twine, which I'm going to give you, should be enough, whatever I give you. So these are going to sit in like this. And then we're going to tie it up. Now, I don't want these just loosey-goosey, willy-nilly sitting in here. So I am going to use some of my fast fuse. Let's go 3 times. And I want the brown one in the middle just because, and we'll have orange on the sides. So I'm taping these in just so they don't go anywhere, because I don't want them to fall apart or fall out. All right, good enough. And then, so I'm going to pull off, let's see, 15 inches. That should do it. Now this baker's twine, I've had this for a while when we used to be able to get a whole roll of this stuff. I actually have 2 of them. So I have tons, plenty. All right, so I'm going to tie this. I'm doubling it up. I'm going to go through both sides. Now, if you wanted to stamp like a bunch of stuff on this paper before you scored it, I would stamp maybe on like the outside. But I didn't do that. You can. All right, so I'm going to make this even. And I can tell already my holes were not punched evenly. But they're going to rip this apart anyway. So I'm tying these. I'm going to tie it in a knot first. There we go. And then, actually I'm going to leave it. So next I have the Bedazzling Paper. And I ran this through. I just cut a hunk off. And this was not quite 2.5 inches. I cut this by hand. I just held up the die from it, the Spiderweb die. I just wanted it wide enough so I could fit that in there. And then I thought, well, I might as well cut another one and then whatever else I can get. So I got 2 witches' hats. So I'm going to use these later. Now, I did read somewhere that using this bedazzling paper on your dies is gonna like wreck your dies. I don't think it's really gonna wreck them. I'm not gonna cut that much of it to worry about that, you know. So I do need to poke this out. I did cut it on the opposite side. That was the only thing I did to try to avoid that wrecking of the dies problem. And I do have that, what is it, that mirrored, I keep thinking, I forget the name of it, but it's a detailed plate, chrome, the chrome precision base plate. I have that for my Big Shot, and I got it off Amazon. And this was just one pass through here. And it is sticking a little just because this detailed paper, I think it has a lot of glue in it, like keeping all these sequins or whatever on. Because it did cut right through, but it's still, it doesn't want to just fall out by itself. Well, there we go. The other thing you could cut this out of, if you don't have the bedazzling paper, is the black glitter paper. Because that is back, and I feel like I just ripped something. The black glitter paper is in the mini catalog. All right, this is good enough. All right, this stuff, I'm sure I could save it and do something with it, but nope, I'm just gonna put it right in the trash. I can't save all my little bits and pieces. All right, so we've got our glittery spider web, and I want this to go like right through here. And actually, I'm going to tie this in a knot again, just once. All right, and then I'm going to glue our little witchy hat on here and this little tag. So this tag is also from the Halloween dies. It came with the 2 different size tags. So the long one and then this shorter one. And this is where I definitely wanted to say, boo. Boo, boo, boo. This could also be appropriate for a treat so sweet. But I don't think that's going to fit on there. Nope. You know what? No. So we're just going to go with, boo. Could have done Ghoulish Delights. How about that? Nope, I don't think that's going to fit either. Too short. Boo it is. Quit waffling, Toni. All right, and again, I'm going to bring in the Memento. Boo, boo. Memento, and I'm going to add some pumpkin pie. We're going to do boo twice. All right, make sure I got this wiped off clean. So this is a pretty quick little treaty thing. And the same thing you could use for candy canes. So, I mean, they have these in all flavors at the Cracker Barrel. But if you want to do them for the holidays, you can get different colored candy canes or just regular ones. And then the loopy would just hang out over. So that's something to try later. All right, so I want to glue this on. And then we're going to have our hat. And, all right, this, I'm just going to add glue right to the dazzling paper. So before, when I made stuff using the dazzling stuff, glue dots and dimensionals did not want to stick on it. So I had to use glue. So I'm just going to eyeball and see where am I going to lay this. And it looks like right here. All right, and then I might just have to hold this for a minute. So yeah, dimensionals and glue dots, like everything just fell right off on this bedazzling paper. So I had to go back and add glue to whatever it was that whatever I was making. So Sean says, I've heard that if you use your dies on the back side of the paper, it won't hurt your dies. Maybe I heard that too. I gotta hold this a little bit more. I just thought it would make the cut easier, like to go through for poking the pieces out. Yeah, Terry, this dazzling paper, it really is cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, and then again, I'm gonna have to use some glue to get this little hat on because it's still on this dazzling paper. All right, let's put that down like right there, and it can hang off some. That's okay. And then I'm gonna tie a bow in the baker's twine. Just holding it here for a minute. Oh, all right. I will say, between both the glues, Terry, I do like that they both like rub right off your hands. So I like that. All right, and now let's add, let me tie this first. Let me do another knot, just because. And I'm gonna tie this in a bow. Now if you had, I've got some old baker's twine that's got sparkles in it. That would be pretty too, even more sparkly. My fingers don't want to work right now. All right, that was really long. Okay. A lot of double knots there. All right, but cute. And then let's add some of our stars. So I'm gonna do one little star. Let's do one right here. And then let's do an orange one. Where to go? Right here. Right on the witch's hat. Ugh, that's cute. Let me bring this closer. Like, is that close enough? I'll have to see. But yeah, that sparkle paper really is adorable. And so it's just the label punch, you know, or the label die, whatever, which you'll get that. And all your hat and your spiderweb, that'll be all cut for you. So yeah, cute. Easy enough. And I think I could make a bunch of those. I mean, the die cutting might even be like the longest pole in that tent. All right, one more treat holder, and this is my favorite. So we're gonna make a mini pizza box, which I love boxes. Boxes are my favorite thing to make. I was, oh, look at this. I meant to use this on the first card and totally forgot. All right, forget it now. Oi. So we were at Aldi because we just got a new one a couple months ago. And anyway, going through there, they have these mini moon pies. Aren't these things so cute? So, of course, they only had a box of 12. And so my husband had to go back and he got me 2 more boxes. So I had plenty. So everyone is going to get their own mini moon pie with your kit. And we're going to make this box for it. And it's cute. So I need a piece of paper to show you. Let's go over the pattern. And I'm just going to slide this off. I can put that back on. So we've got a little tuck spot here, a little thumb thing. And this is a different style pizza box than I usually make. I looked at the way, remember we had the pre-cut ones that were gold and then plain white? So I looked at those and changed how I was doing things. And I like this fit better. I used to keep these pieces all connected and then it would go over the outside, but I like it inside. But look at this. It fits perfectly. Totally cute. Love it, love it. All right, so pizza box and measurements. So basic pattern for the pizza box. Boop. We have, and these are score marks. And then we've got 2 in the middle and then 1 on the end. So I've decided I wanted to add an extra fold over on the insides. And let me show you what that means. So that means this side piece, this piece, and this piece are a double layer, so it just makes it a little sturdier. So how do we figure out the measurements? Well, you take your item, because the design, the layout of it is not going to change. Just change your measurements by what you put in it. So I'm going to hold it up to, actually you can't even see that. Never mind, we'll just measure it. So this is 3 inches, and then fold these up 3 inches by 3 inches. I was going to say drag this down to the corner of your mat and you could see, but that's out of the camera. Actually, I think right here it would work. And we can see that it goes 3 by 3. So that's what we want. This side, this right here is going to be 3, 3, 3. How tall do you want it? Well, hold the ruler up and it's looking like 1 inch. So that's all we need our ruler for. 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1, 1, 1. So that means our cardstock that we start out with is going to be 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 4, 5, 8, 9. So we need our cardstock to be 7 by 9. All right. And then, so let me start with the scoring first. I kind of want to leave this here, but I need my scoreboard. So across the short side, I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 5, and then 6. All right. And let me write this down here. Scoring is at 1, 2, 5, 6. And then scoring on this side, that's going to be at 1, 4, 5, and 8. And we get that by just adding up the math, right? So here's our 1 inch, and then plus 3, that means 4, and then add 1 is 5, then add 3 is 8. And I think I've done a different video on how to make the box. Rose Carey, how are you? I showed them your darling treat that you made me. All right, so we did 1, 2, 5, and 6 on the short side. Now on the 9-inch side, we're doing 1, 4, 5, and 8. All right, now what do we cut out? And actually, we're almost finished. So with this one, and I need to find my cheat sheet. So cutting the flaps off, I'm going to cut off this entire flap and this one down here. So the very corners I'm cutting off. Then on these ones, I'm going to make the tabs because we're going to use these to glue. And then same thing up here. I'm going to cut this part off and this part off, and then we're going to make these tabs, and I'm going to angle them in a little bit. And this looks terrible, but it's going to make sense. All right, then when we get to the top, like this is the part that's going to flip over and be our lid. I want to cut all of this away, and this side panel, and these two, and right here. And then all 3 sides of this, we're going to angle in. And that angle just makes it easier to flip in. Let me show you. So see here, I've got, that's not perfectly straight. I just angled them in. It makes it easier to fold it all up and tuck in there. All right, so let's do some cutting. And this I just cut by hand. And it doesn't matter which side, because they're both the same. This is exactly the same, 1 inch and 1 inch, same. So you can go this way or this way. The only thing it would make a difference is if you were using designer series paper instead and it had a pattern. So you would just want to pay attention to that. All right, let's start by cutting these two corners off, the bottom ones. All right, so that was these two corners. Now I want to make tabs. So I want these little things to become tabs. So I'm going to cut it straight. And I'm trying to cut right at this score line. And since I'm right-handed, I have to flip this over a little bit. All right. And then I'm going to angle. Angle, angle. Slight angle, larger angle, doesn't matter. Whatever you want. This is just what we're going to put glue on, so it's going to attach. All right, and then straight, and then angle. All right, so we've got these bits cut. Now let's cut these tabs. So again, actually, you know what? I'm going to cut all the way in this time. This is the easier way to do it. And then cut this part off and angle. And this part, if it's tricky, this is where you want to go back and just watch the video over and over a couple times until you get it. All right, and then up. And notice I cut on this side of the score mark. And over here, I cut it on this side of the score mark. All right, and then let's go cut that off and angle and angle. All right, let's get this out of the way. So see how this is shaping up to this horrible drawing? Now we're going to cut our flaps. So I'm going to cut this whole corner and this off. And then these two, and then that. All right. And this one, I can just go straight up, and I'm cutting right on the score mark. All right, we're almost there. All right, and then same thing. I want to cut these two off. I know I keep flipping this around. And then this one. All right, final thing to cut. Now we need to angle all three sides just to make it easier to fold up. And I like to do it like that. I'm not measuring. You will know if you cut it, if you angled it enough, because if you didn't, it's going to be a little bit harder to put together. And then you'll be like, yep, I gotta go back and trim that. Okay, so now we've got our pizza box with an extra support down here on these layers. So I can put this away. I may draw this, I'll redraw this and make it nicer for you guys. So how's this gonna go together? This is gonna be the inside. Let me do all my fold marks. And burnish everything. These are so cute. And by the way, they are only lemon flavored. So if you don't like lemon, you're just gonna have to give it to someone else. But that is the only flavor that I've seen. And of course, after I saw this, my friend had posted pictures. She went down to Tennessee on vacation and they went to the moon pie, like the mother of it, like factory or the store or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I need more of the mini ones while you're there. And she's like, sorry, that was a week ago. We're not there anymore. I'm like, oh. All right, so I want to put glue on all four tabs. All right, and this is how it's going to go. It's going to come up here, and then these tabs are going to come up. And then we will flip these over. So let me get glue on. Oh no, you know what? Let me just use this for, I would use liquid glue, but in the interest of time, I'm just gonna use the fast fuse. Because the liquid glue, especially if you're making a bunch of these, it's more cost effective than using any kind of tape like this. But in the interest of time, Now I'm just bringing the sides up, and I want these tabs to meet so it's a nice crisp corner. All right, and then last one. All right, now now I can add some glue. Now we're just gonna flip these over on the inside, and that's gonna cover up our tabs, and it's gonna make it a little bit sturdier. All right, so I'm gonna flip this in, and I wanna squeeze it really tight, press it down, and I'm gonna go back in with my bone folder and really smash it flat. I want this nice and crisp. All right, and then same thing here. So I'm just gonna add glue, and I'm just flipping this over, and I'm gonna hold it in place, and I've just got my fingers in here like this and pressing it on the table just for a minute until it grabs, and then I'm gonna go back in and make everything, smash it down flat with my bone folder. The straighter your side pieces are, it's better for your box. All right, and see how that goes perfectly? Oh, we gotta add a little punch spot. So I keep my 1-inch punch. Oops, knocked my alcohol over. This is a 1-inch punch that I just keep here, and I'm just pushing it in a little bit, as far as it'll go really. So we get that little thumb tab. All right, now I'm finished with that. So where did our treat go? Here we go. Moon pie, right in the middle. Then we're gonna fold all these down. So cute. This plastic is getting in the way. All right, here we go. Totally adorable little mini pizza box. All right, now let's do our decorating. So that's the roughest part. I would probably only make these for, honestly, I might do 15 of these. Like, I might make these for people at work. All right, let's put our ribbon. So I'm just tying this around, and this is just decorative. I'm just gonna tie it in a knot. And this is the black glittered ribbon. And I want this knot to go, like, hang as close to the edge as I can, knowing that they're just gonna rip this off. You know, they're just gonna slide it off and get to the goodies. So you could even go without ribbon if you want, but why not? I like it. It's cute. Needs a little bit more sparkle. All right, so that is at a jaunty angle, Sue. And trim, trim. All right, and now other little bits. So this one I wanted still like spooky, kind of scary. I did the tree punch. This is from the Halloween dies, and the owl. So I did the tree out of black and the owl out of soft suede, and I didn't realize his eyeballs and stuff would come out. Okay, that's gonna look good. Then I had the circle. Again, 2 1/4-inch circle, and I ran that through with the new bark folder. I couldn't think of it for a minute. And whichever side, I felt like this gave it lines to kind of remind me of the moon. And then this is on a 2 1/2-inch circle of black. And I'm just gonna glue this little tree down. And hold that there. And then I was gonna put my little owl. He's a little bit bigger than the rest of the tree, but that's fine. I'm just gonna put him up with, I'm gonna use a black mini dot, or mini dimensional. I feel like that might not show up as much. All right, let's put him there. And then this was the other label from the Halloween set. So this one, I just need a good greeting. Again, we could use a treat so sweet. And didn't I leave that out? Yes, I did. All right. And again, I'm going to do black. So why did I keep putting this memento back? Jeez. All right, I need to drag this a little bit closer to my head so I can try to get it straight-ish. Okay. Totally adorable. I love this. All right, so this is going to go more black dimensionals. Now, if you don't have black dimensionals, just use whatever. I just want this to be popped up on top of this box a little bit. And I'm just going to put 4 on there. All right, and we're putting that right here. And then a treat so sweet. We'll just glue that right down. And then I'm going to add some of those stars. All right, let me hold this for a second. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's do, I can do a pumpkin star on the yellow, but it's not really going to show up good on the box itself, and that's fine. All right, I want to do a black one and then a bigger Highland Heather one, and I'll do that right over there. Oh, I think that's totally cute. And this box is perfect, if I do say so myself. I'm kidding. Let's be humble. All right, so that is September workshop. Let me just get some of this out of the way. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me. It's 9:15. So we've got our mini moon pie treat. We've got our candy stick treats from Cracker Barrel. And we've got our 2 cards, our Tombstone card and our little girl card. The only thing I wanted to remind you about after that, I already went over the hostess code, was bingo. All right, last bingo of the year. It's going to be Sunday, October 10th. All right, at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So mark that on your calendar and get back to me if you can make it, because I need 10 people to play, and it is a lot of fun. So let me know, but US only, sorry. So that is that, and thanks again for being here, you guys, and I will catch you next Thursday. All right, bye.